going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. All right. Tonight's video is all Judge Perkins. This is his docket from yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. Today's Tuesday. Okay. We got to get that clear because, no one knows telling everyone it's Wednesday and my video is from yesterday, Monday. So, it's confusing. Anyways, I've got a lot of things going on in tonight's video. Judge Perkins had a great docket yesterday. I think I have 4 different cases, so 4 different defendants. And if you watch Judge Perkins' docket, they're always in bits and pieces throughout his entire docket. He'll call your case, like, okay, go talk to an attorney. We'll call you back up. So he does that 2 or 3 times sometimes. And I am praying that I got all the pieces in the right order for all the defendants. It's about an hour and 10-minute video. So I skimmed through it. I'm pretty sure I got it. But I didn't watch it from start to finish without skimming. So, we could be in for a little mixed match tonight. Anyways, I do have a sovereign citizen in this video. He is the last clip. So if you're jumping in this video for the sov sit, you're gonna have to wait till the end. Sorry, I just put it at the end because that's where it fell in the docket. All right. I am done talking. Let's get into it. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
I spoke with Ms. Gates, and we're ready.
All right, what's going to go on? Mr. Lanier has a valid license, Mr. Berry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are we ready on Mr. Lanier?
We are, Your Honor.
This is the city of Detroit.
One really quick fact. I don't know what Mr. Berry did to his mic, but it has been kind of crazy for this week. Yesterday and today, it's the same way. It's just his mic is just super loud. So it's not on my end. It's him.
Detroit versus Christopher Deshaun Lanier. Case numbers SP 15299-073. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry, Jr., on behalf of the defendant, state your full name, Mr. Lanier.
Christopher Deshaun Lanier.
And case number SP 152, strike that, and case number SP 15869-221. Good morning to you, Mr. Lanier. Today is the date and time set for trial. Sergeant Corey Carson is here. Can you put your appearance on the record, Sergeant Carson?
You said, can I put my name on the record?
No, you already did. I need Sergeant Carson to put his name on the record. And Officer Tias is here. Sergeant Carson, good morning to you. Can you put your name appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Sergeant Corey Carson, badge SA27, Detroit Traffic Enforcement.
All right, good morning to you.
Ron, you didn't dumb mess up this time because that's exactly how it's pronounced. What's going on? Good to see you, Ron.
Officer Tias is here too. What's going to be the resolution, if any?
The resolution, Your Honor, is that Mr. Lanier will enter a plea to impeding rather than the speeding ticket. And we expect that the license suspended will be dismissed.
All right, is that what you want to do, Mr. Lanier? Impeding traffic is a 0-point offense. It doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State and is a $175 fine. I call it akin to an expensive parking ticket. You want to take the deal, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that deal, sir.
Stipulate to the face of the ticket as an active factual basis for that responsible plea on your client's behalf, counsel.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter.
Yes, Your Honor. So stipulated.
All right.
Oh, so you're telling me that I made a grammar mistake? Yeah, I never do that. I never do that in titles or thumbnails. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I have not been paying attention to what I've been typing in the thumbnails or the titles. I need to get back to proofreading before I hit post. When you do 2 or 3 videos a day, yeah, I just slap things in there and throw them out. I really need to go back to paying attention. Oh, Wolfie, 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 Wolfie. Good to see you, bud.
With that, we're gonna find your client responsible for the amended count of impeding traffic, $175. When can you pay it, Mr. Lanier?
Man, I need time to pay. I got a question too, Your Honor.
What's your question?
I keep getting pulled over by Detroit police officers. Last night, I got pulled over again for driving unregistered titled vehicle, which is my girlfriend's car, and no insurance misdemeanor. Now they knew that it was my girlfriend's car, and they still went ahead and gave me a ticket, knowing I'm clean.
Well, you're gonna have to come back again in front of me. I mean, I can say this based on
I don't
what you
understand
said.
why I'm being racially profiled, like discriminated. I could be driving a car with
Well,
women.
I can't speak to the racially profiled. I don't know why you're stopping.
Listen,
But
you
what I'm
don't
saying-
understand.
Listen to me. Listen to me. But if you're driving a vehicle that doesn't have proper plates on it, the Supreme Court says that they can, and this has been a while now, they says that they can run your tabs without having any reason other than to check them. And that's what the state of the law is. So I don't know whether the plates were good or not, or what.
Yeah, Lone Wolf. I hope you're making enough for everybody. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so yes, please share. Yeah, this guy thinks he's being racially profiled because he keeps getting pulled over, and he's like, they know I'm clean. They know I'm clean. I've got a driver's license. It's my girlfriend's car. It's her fault. There's no insurance, and I don't remember what the charges were. No insurance and improper tags, maybe. Yeah, you're still driving the car, man. That's how it works. That is absolutely how it works. Yeah, stop driving that car.
Situation going on, but you have to have proper plates.
I understand that, but I did not know my girlfriend pass was expired. I'm not in her business. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving her car. We always in the same car.
Wait a minute, Mr. Lanier. You are in her business if you're driving her car.
What I'm trying to say is, like, I don't be like, hey, is your license, insurance, or taxes up to date or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Mr. Lanier, you have to do that when you get in somebody's vehicle.
Well, I've been locked up in prison. This is my first time really driving cars like this. You know what I'm saying? You can check the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm new to all of this.
I'm not saying, what I'm just saying is, anytime you get in somebody's vehicle, it's not yours. You need to make sure they got the proper documentation. Now, I'll tell you this, what you're telling me is correct, and they issued you a no insurance misdemeanor, then the statute says that ticket would be issued in violation of the law because you're not required to put insurance on that vehicle. You're required to show proof of insurance on that vehicle if the officer asks you to. So if the ticket is written like that, it would be dismissed. And again, in my court, that I understand that there are officers out there that pull you over for driving while black and stuff like that. So when you bring the valid documentation in, that's why I dismissed the tickets for providing valid documentation. Plus, we want everybody on the road to have insurance. And once you rectify that, I understand the cost of it. We give you a pass for that. So I don't know what actually went on in your case, Mr. Lanier, but you gotta have the documentation.
It's gonna shock you once you end up finding out.
Pardon me?
It's really gonna shock you once you end up finding out.
Okay, well, we're gonna set it for trial when you come back, but I don't see, let's see if it's hit the system yet. That's why I try to look at the system and I caught all those cases at one time too.
We looking at
If
the
it's
other
just
one.
last night, I'm sure it
I was
has.
wondering if I could do a 6-month lease or a month-to-month lease because we are debating on.
Now here, who's that?
Okay. And I was like, I'll ask and find out.
Who's that?
My girlfriend. We looking at an apartment right now.
All right, so here's the deal. I see some
All right, well, tell your girlfriend to get insurance and proper plates. She's right there. Just tell her to do that. Come on.
other tickets that, what is your date of birth?
March the 5th, 1990.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so they got a Christopher Deshaun Lanier. All right, that's not you. Okay, all right then. They haven't hit the system yet, so make sure you stay on top of that court date, and then we'll see what happens. $175. Why can't you pay this?
Because sometimes paying Detroit tickets, they money hungry. Paid like $3,000 worth of tickets. I went broke to get my life cleared out the way. And I'm a homeowner as well, so I got to pay property taxes, all that stuff. So it's like it's too much on me.
Mr. Lanier, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks to either pay it or get into a payment plan. All right?
Oh no, I'm gonna pay the. I'm gonna pay that 175.
Oh, when can you pay the 175, sir?
What about this new stuff that I got? I don't deserve this.
When can you pay the 175?
All right.
Mr. Lanier, when can you pay the 175?
At the end of this month,
I'm in court.
September the 30th.
So I should be out of here by like.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah, isn't that special? I was gonna make that same comment, but he might be renting it. But that went through my head. It went through my head. And yeah, there's a lot of background noise. There are so many people that don't mute their phones when they're on this docket. I don't know why. Judge Perkins generally will call them out, but yeah, let's go.
give until September 30th. Have a good day, sir. Pay it in any DIV kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that DIV app to your phone. I'll be looking forward to you, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. I'll be looking forward to seeing that case. All right. Be safe out there, Mr.
Okay.
Good luck on that apartment. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. I must have thank you.
All right.
Good night, Doc Ock. Good night, Doc Ock. Yeah. Get some rest. Just catch up with the video tomorrow, and just fast forward to the end, because the middle part of this video is just gonna everyone's gonna be pulling their hair out for how confusing and disrespectful people are. But anyways, have a good night, Doc Ock. All right, let's go.
Eugene Wilson.
Yes. It's Lewis, Eugene Lewis.
Yeah, sorry. Good morning. Good morning to you, Mr. Lewis. Today, City of Detroit versus Eugene Wilson Lewis III. Case numbers SP 1586054, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lewis.
Eugene Wilson Lewis.
All right, so Mr. Lewis, today is the date and time set for arraignment on the bench warrant. Go ahead, Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, we would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
Enter not guilty between your clients we have, give your client a $0 bond. What he's done is he's paid a 21 to 25 mile an hour over ticket. Got 4 points on his license. Paid a failure to wear crash helmet ticket. I think that may be points as well. And he's got the 2, so he's paid 2 violations. we've got these two open. As it stands right now, Mr. Lewis,
Yeah, he did say that. He also said he already paid it. He paid the ticket already.
the unaccompanied improper plates for the driving without cycle endorsement. And I don't know what that is, as charged on the delayed on a student unaccompanied. This is an example of not having any kind of representation when you get tickets and not getting any advice, because what you've done is you've paid tickets. I think if the crash helmet is a point ticket, then it should merge with the speeding ticket. So you should.
No, Lone Wolf is making us all dinner, so don't worry. I don't know what he's making us yet, but he promised that we would all get dinner because he was so happy with all the DMs that he received for his birthday over the weekend. He's saying thank you by making us all dinner tonight. So yeah, thank you, Lone Wolf.
Only get 4 points. Let's see what failure to wear a crash helmet is. But had you come to court before you paid those tickets, then you probably, I don't know, you probably would have got a little bit, at least a little bit better deal than that. And now the city wants you to plead to the 2 misdemeanors in some form or fashion, which the improper place, I can dismiss that upon payment, no abstraction, no points. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say something. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll let you say something.
Okay, thank you.
Talk. Here
as far as improper plates. Excuse me.
Improper places amended from the driving without cycle endorsement. So that's not actual charge. It was it's been amended, driving without cycle endorsement, and I say with them willing to amend that, I will dismiss that because after payment, because it has no real effect on your driver's.
Does he have a soft sit tomorrow? I haven't been following along with Judge Fletcher for a little bit, so I don't know. If he has a soft sit tomorrow, please let me know.
License.
Okay, because I had everything on my plates and motorcycle was right. It's from the plates to the insurance.
That's all you need to say. Going to break up, speak to Mr. Berry, and let us know what you want to do. He indicates that all of his stuff was in order.
Yeah.
The city saying it wasn't.
Your Honor, as it relates to the student unaccompanied ticket, the recommendation there is he can plead as charged and he can have a 3-month delayed sentence.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Thank you. Join the breakout room. Now, let's get some of these people out of here that were here.
So that little fade in, fade out, that's just to show you the time passed. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I had to clip 3 or 4 different parts to each case together, so it made sense. I was just going to play about 2 hours of his docket and just call it a day, but I don't want to do that. It's a waste of your time, and I don't want to waste your guys' time. So I cut a 2-hour video down to about 1 hour and 10 minutes. But yeah, it's going to be kind of clippy throughout.
What about Eugene Lewis? Sounds like he needs a trial day.
I'm right here.
All right, let's go back on the record with Eugene Wilson Lewis III. Who did you speak with, sir?
I believe it was the magistrate, or whatever, the guy with the dreads.
It was Mr. Berry, a man, right?
Yeah.
He's in a breakout room. Do you want a trial date?
I'm still not really understanding my matter right now. I'm still not really understanding the matter because I was the police officer that pulled me over.
What you want to do? Listen. See, did you ever see the movie My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah, I saw My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, so you remember the part where he asked his client, where he asked the attorney, what does your client want to do? Would you want to plead guilty or not guilty? And then Vinny wanted to go and do exactly what you're doing. And he wanted to explain all the details. And the lawyer says, if the judge says, if we have it like you want it, Mr. Lewis, we would have everything in the trial here right now, but it's courtroom procedure. And now is not the time for you to go in and telling your story about what happened.
Okay,
now
you're
is
right.
the time of whether you want to take the deal or whether you're not. Mr. Berry, can you put your appearance on the record for Mr. Lewis?
Well, that's Barry Jr. on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Oh man, Mr. Barry needs to fix that mic. It is so loud. Anyways, Big N, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the Big N raiders. This video I'm playing is a bunch of his docket from yesterday. He had so many good cases in one docket that I wanted to keep them all together. So instead of playing it last night for Members Monday, I kept it for tonight. So all of these cases did happen yesterday. I do have a sob sit at the end of this video too, so stick around. Big N, thank you so much for the raid. And I got to finish that last one. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to be honest. The lady telling everyone she was having a heart attack and screaming, and I don't know, man. That one was kind of tough to watch. It really was. But I do want to see how it ends. I want to see what the charges were. I think that's it. I just want to see the charges. Anyways, thank you all for coming and hang out with me. Hold on. Let me rephrase that sentence so it makes sense. Thank you all for coming to hang out with me. All right, let's go.
And you spoke with him, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay, so he indicates, he still wants to get his story out. What do you understand what he wants to do?
Gotta find him, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
And Mr. Lewis, I'm not saying that you're not going to get an opportunity to get your side of the story out. I'm just saying that now is not the right time for that.
Right. Okay. I understand. I was just pissed off because I had a gun pulled out on me over a traffic stop and everything was correct. So I'm just my anxiety been up about that. I'm not used to getting y'all police officers that's supposed to represent the badge. I'm not used to getting that done to me like that. With me having everything correct. I'm very pissed off. That guy, he do not represent the same cloth that y'all represent. And he do not need to be a police officer. I hope that man never pull nobody like my kids over because they'll be scared as hell. And I'm very pissed off about that situation. And I got to be silenced. I don't like that, but I'll take whatever y'all got to give because I want to get up out of here.
Now, listen to me. You don't have to be silenced. If you have an issue with an officer, there's a way to make yourself be heard on that too. You go file a complaint.
I did that too. And guess what? Okay. Them people in there real rude. And guess what? Now you the loud nigga talking. I mean, I just want to get this over with and go ahead and get out of everyone's face right now. Because like I said, that police officer pulled that gun on me. It got my anxiety up. And I need to go ahead and get out of here before I probably get in any more trouble than what I'm in right now.
Your Honor,
he do not represent that cloth that y'all up there representing right now at all.
Well, you're not going to get in any trouble for that, so I'll guarantee you that. So go ahead. What do you understand with your conversation with your client, how you want to proceed?
Your Honor.
Let's set a trial date.
Your Honor.
Yes.
My client has a cycle endorsement, something I think could be identified if the court looked up his license.
Okay.
And he stands ready to enter a 3-month delayed sentence as to being a student unaccompanied by a licensed driver?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Um, the officer isn't here. He's taking a plea deal. I think he's taking this plea deal. But here's the thing. He's his tickets are for riding a bike without a motorcycle license, no helmet. How did he get a gun pulled on him? And how is his why is he bringing up his kids? I know he said if my kids get pulled over, but didn't he say earlier that they did maybe he didn't say they did it in front of his kids. Maybe he was just saying what if, what if, what if. Okay. You know what? I think that's what he was saying. I was wondering how his kids were on the back of his bike. That's where my head was. I could be wrong.
All right. What I would say is, Mr. Bowman, that in the interest of justice, he's already been responsible for both the crash helmet and the 21 to 25 over by means of him paying those things. So if he has a cycle endorsement, I think justice requires we dismiss the matter. But the only way you get to have Mr. Robinson here and to have him in here, he does have cycle endorsement. He's got a valid driver's license with cycle endorsement. Mr. Bowman?
I'm sorry, I muted myself. Based upon those documents, I would dismiss those tickets.
All right, you understand that, Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
So that means I'm not going to be able to hear his other side if you want this dismissed, all right?
Yeah.
All right, that's what you want?
Okay, so what's going to actually happen once I show my cycle endorsement? Everything will be dismissed?
I already see you.
Motorcycle license. It's just a motorcycle license. You need a separate license to ride a bike on a public street. It wasn't always that way, and some officers might even, give you a warning if you get pulled over with a regular license. I know one of my friends growing up. I'm not that old. I have a friend that's ridden a bike his entire life, and he's never had a cycle endorsement. He's been pulled over, and he just gets warning after warning. But yeah, you're supposed to have a special license just for a bike. Okay, that was a lot.
Have your cycle endorsement. I'm dismissing this. I'm dismissing the student unaccompanied. Just for the record, I'm dismissing the student unaccompanied because, in the interest of justice, you paid 21 to 25 over. You have 4 points on your license for paying that, and you paid for the cycle for the failure to wear a crash helmet. So you paid 2 related civil infractions. For the other matter, drove without cycle endorsements, I'm dismissing that because you provided valid documentation at this time.
Okay, that's fine. But when I paid that 25 over, I had already put a bond up. I guess they paid it. They took my bond and put it on that and paid it, but I was actually coming to court on that. So I don't want that 25 over to make my insurance go up. So I would have just came to court on that, but I already had money in the system. So I guess they took it upon themselves to pay that themselves, and now I guess I have 4 points on my license. I like this thing. This dude gave me all these crazy tickets for nothing, and now I got this kind of flip flopping around, man. And that's what I'm trying to let out to y'all. And like, it's holding me up because I come to court, I take care of my license, I take care of everything. But since I had got some tickets prior and I had some money in the system, I guess they went on ahead and paid it before returning the money back to me.
So,
oh man, if that's true, that's dirty. That's dirty. So apply bond to traffic tickets before you go to court. Yeah, I mean, if you okay, so let me explain this. If you pay a ticket, if you get a ticket, you get a court date. You have the option to pay the ticket before you go to court, right? But that's admitting guilt. So if you on a traffic stop get 3 or 4 tickets on one stop, it's better to go to court and see what the prosecutor will do, and you may get 1 or 2 of those tickets dropped. That's why a lot of these traffic court judges tell you to do that. Now, this is in Michigan. It could be different in whatever state you live in. But that's why Judge Perkins and Judge Taylor always say come to court first before you pay. So they took his bond from a different case that I guess they were supposed to send back to him and paid a traffic ticket, which automatically admits fault and puts points on his license. That seems sketchy to me. I don't see how that would work. But you know what? I don't know. But that just seems dirty. That's a dirty tactic if that's what happens. If that's what happened.
What you're telling me that you never had any intentions on paying this stuff.
No, I'm telling you that I had intentions on coming to court on it. And
so here's the deal. Here's
okay.
the deal. On June the 13th, 2024, it was a default judgment entered because you didn't set a court date with those tickets. Let me see the ticket.
No, I did set a court date. I missed it. I set a court date. I definitely set a court date.
Oh, you missed the court date then. That would be the reason why the default judgment entered into it.
Yeah, and they had me come in and pay for what I missed, and I thought they was gonna reset a court date so I could go and, take care of it.
See, if they would have done that, if they would have done that right, it would have showed that was put up for a bond, but they didn't do it according to what you're saying. I mean, that's what it was. They made me pay it for a bond, and I paid like maybe $475, and they returned. I guess they put the rest of the money on those tickets, and it was supposed to be for the bond, but I don't need those 4 points on my license if I could do something about that. All right. Is there any objection, Mr. Bowman, to setting aside these responsible pleas?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set aside the responsible pleas. Now that's going to start us all the way back to the beginning, because I'm going to have to give Mr. Bowman an opportunity to give you an updated offer, unless you just want Mr. Bowman to give him an offer on the 21 to 25 over and the failure to wear crash helmet. I have notes down here, Mr. Berry. Your client says Custom Signals Pro Laser, and it's got the feet and everything. As far as the speeding ticket, it says he was operating 60 and a 35 on Gratiot. And then it says no cycle endorsed rider with.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you mean about him not being. He couldn't take the 134. I don't know about that, but he gets in the fights all the time with the defense attorney in this court, and it happens at the end. The soft sit video at the end, he gets into a fight with the defense attorney. But he took Miss Mason's spot as the House prosecutor in Perkins Court. I think that was about last week. Last week they kind of double teamed it, and I think this week he's on his own.
Defendant not wearing helmet. Permit expires on 6/1/2024. So from where I understand, he wrote the ticket. He stopped you for speeding, going 60 down Gratiot in a 35-mile-an-hour zone. And at the time that he stopped you, you had a permit for, I'm assuming, a cycle endorsement, but that permit was just a permit in that you needed to have a rider with you. And if you don't have a cycle endorsement, then the law says that you have to have a helmet on. So
correct.
Whether that's, I don't want you to comment on any of that, because I want you to speak with the attorney on those type of things. But what you're saying is you've been illegally pulled over. This is your argument that he had no business pulling you over, and he gave you all these tickets unlawfully, and he pulled a gun on you. So I don't know about all that other stuff, but I know what he wrote here in the notes. I'm going to send that to Mr. Berry, and then I'm going to put you back in the breakout room.
Courtroom 134 is essentially the arraignment docket for the DDC, the Detroit Detention Center. their arraignment mill that they do every day. They get about 20 to 30 defendants coming through there and it gets nuts. It gets nuts. I hear clips from there every once in a while, but the audio is generally real bad, and it's sometimes really tough to watch. But Noah No loves it. It's his favorite court. If you ever want to hang out with Noah No in the afternoon, jump in 134. He'll be there.
Speak to Mr. Berry, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Berry, join the breakout. That's it. Final. Lewis, no, let's go with Lewis, and that's it. Let's go back on the record with Lewis. Miss Harris.
Your Honor, there's a record.
Yeah, I did. I grabbed it yesterday. That there's a clear sign of MH issues there, so I don't know if I'll play it. I have it, so if there's a slow day coming up, I'll throw it on a live. But I'm very skeptical of playing clips like that because that guy has issues, and they're very clear issues. It was entertaining, but not for the right reasons.
Recommendation to amend the speeding ticket to speeding 1 to 5 over. I believe Mr. Lewis is taking that offer. Is that correct, Mr. Lewis?
You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm here. Yeah, I take it if I can't get a better offer.
Well, some see how you come in here, I don't believe.
Yeah,
that
I'll take the offer.
I don't believe that anybody should be getting guns pointed at them. I don't feel that you're a type of citizen that you're out here committing crimes other than speeding or something. So I don't condone that, and I don't. But you have to own up to some of the stuff that you're out here doing, and 60 miles an hour over the speed limit, or 25 miles an hour over the speed limit. You don't come in here saying that he pulled you over for no reason at all.
I never said that. I said I didn't approve of him pulling a gun out on me, and that's one thing I do not approve of.
I don't approve of that either, but you did.
That wasn't cool. No, I never. I don't think I never said I did anything wrong. I said I'll accept any responsibilities that I did, and I have no problem with that. But that guy don't represent the same cause that y'all guys are sitting up there representing. He don't. And I pray to God that he never pull nobody like my children over, man, because they'll be scared out of their mind with him. And I got to take this one over because the court. No, I'm gonna just leave it alone. But I'll take that. The court I had bond money up, and the court went on ahead and put that bond money on the ticket. So since they did that, I guess that was admitting guilt. The court made that mistake because I wanted to take that ticket to court. I didn't want it to go. I didn't want my bond money that I put up to go onto that ticket. And that's my whole argument right there. I did not want any points on my license, which I was trying to fight for it. But the court went on ahead and put that money on my ticket.
All right, used as a bond. So here's the thing about that. Now that I think about it, and I'm not going to spend too much more time on it, but that the only way that money would have been used as a bond, if you actually showed up for a hearing in front of an informal hearing in front of a magistrate in the informal hearing courts, and you were found responsible. You're saying the right word.
It could have been no. We don't know. He's taking the plea deal, so we won't ever know. We're not going to see the body cam. We're not going to hear the officers say what actually happened. I mean, yeah. I want to know what happened to him. I'm trying not to say that he's he did. Try not to say he's at fault for it. Try not to say that because he seems level-headed. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would do something stupid other than riding a bike without endorsement, speeding, and not having a helmet on. I mean, that's what he got pulled over for. So, I mean, who knows what happened? So I'm trying not to comment on it though.
But that would, and procedurally, you didn't ever show up for a hearing. So basically, what happens is you go downstairs and you put your testimony on the record, and the officer puts his testimony on the record, the magistrate makes a decision on that. And now the money, and now you owe the money. And what happens is, if you want to appeal that magistrate's decision and you want to bring it up to a judge, which I would be the judge in this case, then you would go to the window and pay a bond. But the reason why they didn't give you a bond for that on an appeal is because you were in default. You never, ever,
right.
You never showed up. So you wouldn't be able to put a bond on that anymore. What you would have to do from that point on is you would have to file a motion to set aside the default and give your reasoning why, and then a magistrate would make a decision on whether you had good cause to set the motion aside, set the default aside. So you're saying, you kind of said some of the right words that do happen, but in your case, they wouldn't happen like that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna amend this. Any objection, and this is gonna be totally on the city, any objection to amending this to 2 counts of blocking traffic?
No, Your Honor.
And what,
One count of blocking traffic, Your Honor, because it was only one
no,
count.
because we're keeping this money.
Okay.
And he won't, and then in exchange, listen what he's getting. He's getting that no points or nothing on his license. That's pennies compared to what the insurance company's gonna do to him.
Right.
I know. We appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
I know you. Hey, I think you know something. You got a good lawyer. She's not afraid to ask, and that's what you have to do. But sometimes you know what I'm saying is Mr. Greer, Mr. Lewis looks like he knows when to hold him and knows when to fold him too. All right. Now, as for that gun issue, I wasn't there. So I'm not going to speak on it, but it would take some very serious circumstance if I was an officer to have to pull a gun on somebody, even if they're acting, because what you're going to catch is, I wasn't speeding, I'm not, you're going to get the whole round of, I didn't do this, or I got my stuff in order and stuff, but still, I don't think it's necessary for a gun. Blocking traffic. Close out. Blocking traffic. Close out. All right, so everybody's square.
Yeah, he absolutely loves to talk until you ask him for an interview. And then he tells you, email my lawyer with the questions, and then we'll decide if it's a good idea. Just saying. When I was there in person, I asked him for an interview. I think I've told you guys this before. But yeah, he didn't want to talk then. I don't take offense to it. Judge Perkins was awesome. He was a great host to us when we were there. He was a lot of fun.
You have your cycle endorsement, and be safe. Have a very good day. Be safe on that motorcycle the rest of the season, all right?
I really appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good day.
Yes,
all
sir.
Right. Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah, that one was a little tough. Cheshire Cat, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, and welcome to the 5 new members. I appreciate it, Cheshire Cat. Did I just say it right 2 times in a row without messing up? I had to have. Cheshire Cat. See, I'm on it. All right, still in Perkins. We have one more case before the sob sit. I put the sob sit at the end. Just a fair warning. I know I put it on the thumbnail, but it is at the end of the video.
Greer, Delonzo Greer.
Yes.
So who did you speak with, Mr. Greer?
I ain't speak to nobody yet. But I did get pulled over like 2 times in the middle before I had this court date. I had a court date last week that I found out last week. Huh?
Do you have a valid license?
Yeah.
Run his driver's license, please. All right. City of Detroit versus Delonzo Lawrence Greer, case number SP 125-4329-1, SP 129-6049-1, SP 13.
It's not clickbait. Clickbait would be me saying there's a sovereign citizen in this video, titling it something with a sovereign citizen, and then not having a sovereign citizen. That's clickbait. But I do have one in here, and it's hilarious.
47681, SP 135-6240, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 149-8296, counts 1, 2, and 2. SP 1606813, counts 1 and counts 2 and counts 3. And the state of Michigan versus Delonzo Lawrence Greer SX4.
Lone Wolf, I swear there are just people out there that like to put words in the comment section to hope you get in trouble. I mean, I used to get it on a bunch of different videos where I'd get, this is clickbait. And then like you get like 10 people that liked it. Like, what? How is it clickbait? I said exactly what was happening in the video. I don't know. People just like doing that. I don't understand it.
4365059-2. Appearance for the record, please.
Delonzo Greer.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Greer, Your Honor.
Mr. Berry, can you tell me what time Mr. Greer is listed for?
8:35.
Thank you, sir.
That's also called SX4365059-50591. All right, so this is a huge file.
Yeah.
He has a valid license.
What about the court date from a couple days ago?
Court dates a couple days ago?
Yeah.
That might be this loudspeaker ticket.
I'm not familiar with that. But they gave me a ticket for following too close. The narcs, they gave me a ticket for following too close. And
That's what that loudspeaker, they gave you a loudspeaker, no insurance, and a loudspeaker, and following too close. All right, so today is the date and time for a hearing. Mr. Berry, let's see, you said 8:30?
8:35.
8:35.
Sorry, yes.
So we are attempting to resolve 19 tickets today.
19 tickets. So let me count them out here.
yeah, I got like 3 more I need to add to the record. I got the ticket number. It's right in front of me.
Could you imagine being his attorney right now? Oh, we're gonna resolve 19 tickets today. Yeah, just so you know, within the last week, I've gotten 3 more tickets. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You just love paying money to the city of Detroit, apparently.
Now it's going to be 22 tickets because Mr. Greer, well, that's all, no.
It's probably gonna be 20. It's probably gonna be 25.
It's going to be 22 because of those 3 tickets that you got. This is just what's in the system now. I don't know if you got any more. So in addition to the ones that are on the docket, he's got a loudspeaker, a no insurance misdemeanor, and a following too close.
Yeah, I got another ticket with 3 more on there.
Yeah, well, I don't have those, so you're gonna come back. I don't know why you keep getting these tickets.
If you look at all my tickets, Your Honor, it's all the narcs. It's all the black cars just keep pulling me over. They the only people that pull me over. The narcs.
All right. So I don't know if we got it. I don't know. This file is busting open.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Greer, it's
but I'm
busting
trying.
open.
I just started my job today. I gotta drive far, so I really need my license.
He's got a valid license. I know that. He's got a valid license. I want to congratulate you on that because I know you didn't have it. You came back in here constantly trying to follow up with that and making sure, and you finally got it. So I want to congratulate you on that. So I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Greer, in breakout room 3. Wait on Mr. Berry. He's gonna get you an updated offer. Or was he already assigned a breakout room? Nobody go. He's in 12, Mr. Berry. So go to 4 and then go to 12. Go back to that. Did anybody come talk to you at all, Mr. Greer?
No, ain't nobody talk to me.
All right, go back into room 12. Wait on Mr. Berry, okay?
All right.
Judge, we're ready on Ms. Glass, by the way. Understand.
And then your response to what you said, Mr. Greer, I don't know. Sometimes it just be like that. So let's go back on the record with Greer. What's gonna
I can't believe I cut that out. So Mr. Greer, in between cases, he says, "Why am I always last? Every time I come here, I'm last." So that's what Judge Perkins was responding to.
happen?
Your Honor, we have an updated offer, and it is as follows. As to the violation of restricted license, the people have offered that he plead to that violation on the basis of a 3-month delayed sentence. With regard to the ticket for prohibited left turn, the people have offered impeding. With regard to the speeding ticket 11 to 15 miles over, the people have offered limited access 1 to 5 miles. And as to the limited access 274, again, another limited access 1 to 5. And my client would avail himself of those offers, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Greer?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Now you can put your hand down. Understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines.
Yeah.
Understand that you have an absolute right to a trial.
Yeah.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room. Did he not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yeah.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right. Now, now this violation license restriction is a 2-point offense. Is this the, so you offered a delayed sentence. The only issue with that is that you, even though I'll dismiss it if you don't get in any trouble like this again, you're still gonna have the 2 points. Was it the city's intention on making them plead to 3 abstractable offenses?
I certainly didn't know that, Your Honor. I thought
Violation of license restriction is a 2-point offense.
Even if it get dismissed in 3 months.
That's what
Yeah,
it says.
even if it gets dismissed, the Secretary of State still keeps those points on there.
Mr. Bowman, can we get some relief on that?
Unmute yourself, please. He's already got 2 limited access. Both of them are gonna abstract, but they won't carry any points, so. And a blocking traffic. Any objection to an allowing?
For the record, Mr. Greer has 22 tickets. The offers that are here are more than reasonable. But with that being said, I will follow the court's recommendation as to the one allowing.
For the record, he has 22 tickets. He's already getting a huge deal. Just pressured the poor prosecutor. He just started. We didn't just start being a prosecutor. He just started in this courtroom. Anyways, what's up, Edward? Good to see you, and welcome to the show.
And I don't want you to necessarily, I understand Mr. Greer has a long rap sheet. Now, I'll just say one thing to Mr. Greer about Mr. Greer, though, that I've seen is that he came in here, it was a lot longer before. He got cases dismissed. He came in here each and every time when he had an issue with trying to get his license to come to the court on days he wasn't even scheduled because he had that issue. And I told him to come in and do that. And he's done that. And I am happy to say that Mr. Greer now has a valid license with probably hasn't had one for a long time since, even if he ever got one at all, because he's only 24 years old or so. But I do appreciate Mr. Greer's determination and sticking with it and taking all of the relief the court has given him. So, Mr. Bowman, that's totally your call, and I definitely understand if those were your intentions. Okay, then I will not interfere with that.
Your Honor, in light of the effort that Mr. Greer has shown and the hope that he will continue to not find his exposure again, I will adopt your recommendation as to the matters that can be reduced to non-abstractable offenses.
All right, Mr. Greer, let me draw your attention. We already swore him in, right? Yes. And we already went through the rights of rights, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, now, Mr. Greer, I'm not going to keep on accepting the fact that the narcos are pulling you over and stuff like that. Mr. Greer, I don't know what you do in those situations, but I know one thing, that if you hang around, if you hang around those elements, not saying that you do, you could be totally innocent of things and you get wrapped up in stuff like that. As far as just the narcos and you living in that kind of neighborhood, I know it's unfortunate, it's happened to me, but you gotta keep your documents in order at the very least. All right. So let's what I'm basically trying to say is let's own up to some of this and let's get to working like you are. And I'm sorry you had to leave work today. I hate that because I know that's a lot of ways that you can pay for this. But Mr. Greer, you might have to stop hanging around some different places and change and get a lifestyle change. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I just started this job today.
I believe you too, and I've seen you come in here, but a lifestyle change may be in order. So, let's carry you back to May the 6th, 2022 at around 11:51 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Livernois and Otter Drive. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yeah.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
And that officer, you were operating on, and you had a restricted license at the time?
Yeah, I did.
And you were operating outside of that restricted license. You weren't going to work or to the doctor or anything like that, were you?
Yeah, I actually was.
We have plenty out here to take a plea on. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try a more recent.
Did Aaron get one? I hope Aaron got one. I can't see who got him and who didn't. But while I'm paused, Legal Fiction, thank you so much for the very generous 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Welcome to the 10 new members. Thank you so much, Legal Fiction. You're awesome.
On that loudspeaker ticket, did you have insurance on that day when you got that loudspeaker ticket?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I told you the narcos just messed with me. Look, they was at the light.
All right, I'm just trying to get this over with. All right, let's go up to, let's draw your attention back to September the 19th.
All right, have a good night. I'm going to catch that after this, but you're going to miss the Sovereign Sit. He is coming up. This one only has about 5 minutes left in the Sovereign Sit time.
2023 at around 7:41 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Livernois and Thatcher. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit police? They say you're driving a 2014 Dodge.
No, that wasn't even my car. That was my baby mama car.
But did you have an occasion on that day to get stopped by the police though?
Oh yeah.
Were you operating that motor vehicle?
Yeah.
Did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yeah.
You couldn't do so, could you?
Nah.
Why is that?
I got over 100 tickets.
All right. This license was suspended, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's a yes.
Yeah.
Sit up, Mr. Greer. Come on now. This is court.
My bad.
Let's treat it as such. The license was suspended?
Yeah, yes.
Mr. Greer needs a mentor. Any of these seasoned attorneys want to take Mr. Greer under his belt and mentor him? So I'm going to find him guilty as to the amended count of allowing. That's a 0-point offense. It will not abstract to the Secretary of State. Therefore, it won't carry any points. Stipulate to the other tickets, the blocking traffic. That's a $240 fine for that. And dismiss that upon payment.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
And what about the stipulation on the civil infractions?
Yes, Your Honor. So stipulated.
I'm responsible for the amended count of blocking traffic on the prohibited left turn, amended count of limited access 1 to 5 on the 11 to 15 over, and limited access 1 to 5 on the limited access 247. 125, 125, 175, and 240. What can you pay?
Can I get on a payment plan?
I'm gonna give you 30 days I'm gonna give you a review date. Come back in here in 30 days on October the 10th. It won't take that long. especially if you do what you're supposed to do at 8:25, come back in here, I'm gonna give you the 30 days to pay it, or I'm gonna mark the file allow payment plan. If you get in that payment plan, you need to come down here before October the 10th and set that payment plan up. You're gonna have to bring some cash in to set that payment plan up. You understand, Mr. Greer?
Yes.
All right. Any further questions?
No.
Pay it any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that DivDat app to your phone. Oh, come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. If there's nothing further, Mr. Greer, I'm serious about that. You need to start getting around some people that are gonna have a positive influence in some progressive things in your life. I see you're trying to get your stuff together. I believe that you're trying to make a change. It doesn't hurt to have that mentor out there that you can turn to when you have some questions or there's somebody that just got some resources that can help you get better jobs and put you in a better position. All right.
Right. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Greer, best of luck to you. Have a very good day. Okay.
Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you. All right.
All right. All right. We had one guy that says he was racially profiled, another guy who was angry that a police officer pulled a weapon on him. Then we had that guy, 22 tickets. All right, sovereign citizen. I don't really need to say anything else. This is entertaining from start to finish. The sovereign citizen doesn't really go too far into the script. Judge calls him out on it, but the interesting thing about this case is the attorneys start fighting. That's what's awesome about this. All right, let's go.
Clyde there?
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Are you Clyde Lynch?
Yes.
Did you send me an email?
Yeah. It was about the Dearborn situation, but it was just something to show. But
This is the sovereign citizen situation. Let me see. Let me see you when you hold on. Turn your camera on.
it is on.
The sovereign citizen situation, right?
I don't know what that word means.
Well,
yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not saying that I'm one of them, but I'm just saying I'm operating under what the Constitution Supreme Court ruling is talking about.
What is that? What's Supreme Court ruling?
Yeah, what does that mean? I'm operating on the Constitution. I'm operating under what that talks about. Yeah, citation needed. Be a lot more specific than that.
Well, Your Honor, let's just proceed with the case. I know that's what we're doing now. I don't even want to let's proceed because I'm supposed to receive videos of the of the traffic stops.
All right, you have
only seen one video.
And when let's see Lynch's file. Those sovereign citizens gonna make me faint.
Well, Your Honor, when the officer pulled me over and he said that, I didn't say those words. I just told him I'm operating under the Constitution, and that's all else I said to him. And he just basically lied, said I was disgruntled, asked for backup and all that. And the video would show I wasn't even whatever, I can't think of the word he said, but he was saying I need backup. I have a irate or whatever word he said, and that was not even true.
All right, well, what I'm gonna say is if some video exists, the last time you were here, I know it was set for trial because Corporal Bennett appeared and Officer Dunn appeared. I don't see anything here that says anything about
I can answer that actually. Judge Taylor and Judge Perkins get a higher concentration of sovereign citizens because they deal with traffic court. And sovereign citizens, their arguments generally are focused on traveling. So he gets a lot of them because of that. Also, sheer volume between the two courts. So for those of you that don't know, Judge Taylor has half the alphabet and Judge Perkins has the other half the alphabet. So they're both traffic court judges, and they just split the alphabet down the middle. I think Judge Perkins has the beginning of it. I think. I I think that's right. You know what? I don't know. I don't even remember the names of the people. I'm trying to remember the names of the people that we just watched. But anyways, that's why.
requested video.
I sent it to the law department, and I believe I sent it to you that day because you gave me the email address, and I sent the email
Let me
to
check
you.
let me check my email.
Because I sent it to the wrong
I believe
email
I
address.
remember you saying that.
Yeah, I sent it to the wrong email address, and I had to write it correctly.
I believe I remember you saying that. All right, let's see. We're gonna put all this.
Mayor took like a 3-week vacation. I'm sure the last time he was here, he said that he was working like he was back for 10 days and he's worked every single one of those days. He's probably working like he's working his butt off right now. But Mayor is good. He was actually on KDZ's panel Saturday night. So that's the last time I've seen his face. Yeah, but he's good. Trying to remember if he's been in chat since then. I'm sure he has.
Stuff in the file. What's this? Was this sent to me by mistake? I got Dearborn 19th District Court stuff.
Yeah, I just seen that like a couple of days ago because when I went to go get all my files, the affidavit, one page was missing out the affidavit, which was the body of the affidavit. And I haven't heard anything about it until I went up there to check on my paperwork, and then they gave me a bill. So I just walked out the courtroom. I've been trying to find some federal assistance on that because all my documents gone, CDs, DVDs, all that, all my paperwork. Only what they gave me, and I'm like, it's supposed to be another page to this. They say that's all they had. So I got all the recordings of the whole transaction and everything.
I'll put all this stuff in the file.
Oh, he's requesting court documents. So if you go to the court and have them print something out for you, they generally are going to charge you for that. So that's what I think he's saying. They printed it out for him. It's like, all right, this is going to cost you $5, and he's like, nope, and then just walked out. I'm more concerned with they no longer have his CDs, his DVDs, his 8-track, his cassette tapes. All of his music's gone. I don't know what the court's doing with his music.
Well, something, Mr. Lynch, I can appreciate you, and I will definitely listen to any kind of argument that you have, and I'm going to make a ruling on it. But at the end of the day, this Constitution and stuff argument, I haven't seen it work. I'll just let you know. And the stuff that you gave me last time, we had a long conversation about that. And it's just not, I want to make sure all of the stuff is in this file now too. It's just what you're saying is just not the state of the law. I don't know any other way to say it. But if you have some new stuff, I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say.
Well, basically, what I'm just going to say, we just going to continue with the case, and whatever comes about, comes about. If the paperwork I given wasn't irrelevant, that's it then. So what is the next step?
So either the next step is take a plea, which I'm sure you don't want to do, but I'll give you the offer, or take it to trial, and those are the next steps.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go to trial.
I'm gonna set it for a jury trial too, so you can bring this in front of a jury of your peers and see, what they say. And I guess you don't want a lawyer, right?
The other cases that I had got dismissed for same situation. So
say what?
The other cases I had for this was dismissed, and you told me to give you one name of one person, and I could have said it then and there. It was myself. I had court cases for the same thing, and it was dismissed on whatever circumstances happened. It was dismissed.
And what do you mean by that?
For the same driver,
Let's do this. Let's call it and put it all on the record. I have my court reporter back. Let's call it and put it on the record, all right?
So that entire conversation wasn't on the record. He just had a 15-minute conversation with this sovereign citizen. Now we get to start the case. All right, let's go.
This is the city of Detroit versus Clyde, Darnell, Lynch. Case numbers.
How you doing?
SP 1537940, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1554736, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1558135, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1590696, counts 1 and counts 2. Mr. Lynch, state your name for the record.
She is just someone who doesn't know how to put her phone on mute or her camera. She's not muted. So every time she makes a noise, it pops up on screen. The Judge Perkins still has his Zoom set up where whoever makes a noise, their image comes up. He doesn't do the Brady Bunch thing, which, I like it better. I like the way he does it better, except for when someone's not muted, they're interrupting. I hate it most when people call in on a phone. So, because I don't want to show people's phone numbers. So you'll be watching a case and their phone number keeps popping up and they're not even a part of the case. See, that's annoying. Okay, sorry. Off my soapbox. Let's go.
Please.
Clyde Lynch.
All right. So, Mr. Lynch, let me ask you this. And this is just to understand, try to really get a grasp of your position. I understand you're why don't you, if you're not a sovereign citizen, usually sovereign citizens tell me, I don't want a lawyer. If you're not claiming the sovereign citizenship, why don't you get a lawyer to help you out with this?
I can't never find no attorney. The last attorney I got, they was telling me you should have just took a deal, you should have paid the ticket, and you really can't find nobody who's going to take your case. So basically, I'm in limbo, and basically all I have to say, not guilty with impunity.
Let's say this. I guess if you're not willing to,
I'm not a national, so I can't say that. All I'm saying, I'm just a citizen, and all I'm going to say, not guilty with impunity.
Well, how are you immune to this? Because let's just do this. You don't have to. You don't have to tell me how you're going to proceed with your case. You're fully in the right to proceed however you want to proceed. I'm going to just give you a jury trial, and You'll have to present what you need to present in front of a jury. Will you allow me to assign a lawyer to you just for the purposes of, helping you out with the courtroom procedure and stuff?
You can do that.
All right. That way, at least you got the procedure correct. I need a good phone number from you, Mr. Lynch.
313-694-4419.
Let's get a jury trial date. That's Mr. Berry with that ink pen. That microphone, Mr. Berry, can pick up an ant walking.
Apparently.
It's sensitive. All right. So 694-0419. What I need from you, let's set another pretrial date for October the 28th, 2024. What I need from you, and I'm just gonna, I'm appointing this attorney to help you in the jury trial as it relates to procedure. You and the attorney may not agree on the legalities and the law, but at least the attorney will be able to help you so that you know the courtroom procedure, when and how to present your evidence and all that kind of stuff in front of a jury. All right?
All right.
12/10. 12/10 is going to be the jury trial date. On October the 28th, that's just a date for you to appear to make sure that you've talked to this lawyer.
I have to come in the courtroom.
Pardon me? No, not on October the 28th. You don't. You'll have to come to the courtroom on December 10th. That's going to be in person, and you got to be ready to go that day. What you'll have is I want you to answer the calls you don't recognize. One of those calls is hopefully that appointed attorney. If you come back on the 28th and you tell me, Judge, I haven't talked to that attorney yet, we're going to take the. Why don't we do it right now? Why don't we do that right now? Let's get an appointed attorney for Mr. Lynch right now instead of having him come back. Let's pass the matter. I'm going to get you an attorney right now, Mr. Lynch.
Mr. Barry's like, no. Do not pick me. I do not want to do this. Do not pick me. He stopped, coloring or whatever he was doing and looked up real quick, like, no.
Sit tight.
Yes.
What do we have?
I have no one else, I don't think.
All right, let's go down the
If
line.
I could
Go.
if I could have a breakout room with, I believe it's Clyde.
We'll get Kelvin
Lynch.
Green.
He's been appointed to Lynch.
Who's been appointed to Lynch? Oh, yes. All right, there we go. And then
I just wanted to at least get his contact information. Kelvin Green. I don't.
Now, here's the deal. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lynch. You still there, Mr. Lynch? Unmute yourself, please.
Colin, you're ready for us. She just wanted to put on the record that she was going to rely on the motion.
Mr. Lynch, we're on the record with Mr. Clyde Darnell Lynch. Mr. Lynch, we have a very good lawyer appointed to you, Ms. Harris. Now, Ms. Harris, I don't know if you heard or you were in the breakout room. Mr. Lynch, like I say, he understands his position. He has a hard time getting a lawyer to take his case because of his position, but he wants to go to a jury trial. And I told him, if you guys can talk and get some advice, but you're basically appointed so that he can go to jury trial, unless you guys work something else out to assist him and be there for him to help him on procedure and how to proceed during the jury trial, and not necessarily the substantive stuff. Okay, but if you can talk to Miss Harris, and you guys can come to some sort of meeting of the minds, and you want to take her advice, then you're fully entitled to do so. All right, Mr. Lynch, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room and speak to Mr. Lynch, and then we'll get you out of here. Okay, Mr. Lynch. All right. Which room are you in, Ms. Harris? In 7. I'll put Mr. Lynch in 7. All right. Pass the matter. No.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That mic feedback was terrible. Hopefully that's it. Whoever that was, whoever was doing that, hopefully their case was already called. Remember, this happened in 3 or 4 parts, so this was over the entire docket yesterday. Oh, the silence.
On Lynch, we just sent a request for a different attorney. It was his request, and I understood his request, so we're just hoping for a different attorney. But I think if I'm understanding our conversation, he does not want a jury trial. Mr. Lynch, was that correct?
No, I'm going to give him a jury trial because, listen, he's already filed. Where's Mr. Lynch?
Right here.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Clyde Darnell Lynch. Mr. Lynch, turn your camera on.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Could you imagine? Attorney Harris goes in the breakout room with him. He's like, you know what? I was watching Mr. Barry, and he really wants your case, so you should request Mr. Barry instead. That'd be so funny. It's not what happens. Spoiler alert, I know what happens. It's not. It's actually a legit reason why she can't be his attorney.
I'll give you a prompt.
Okay, hold on. Here you go.
So he's already filed a lot of things with it. And we've had a long discussion about what he's filed and the legalities of it. I don't find anything that he's filed that has any merit. So that's why I'm giving you a jury trial, because if you bring the same stuff in a trial, if it's the same as what you're giving me and the stuff that you're professing, based on what I see, you're gonna lose.
So
by me.
If the judge is saying the information is not valid and the people don't know nothing, so why won't I put my hands in the hands of the people?
Because first of all, what I'm telling you is I'm trying to give you a fighting chance with these arguments that you're making. What I'm telling you is you're not going to have a fighting chance with me. You're going to lose unless you come with something substantially different than what you have. At least with the people, you said it yourself. They don't know the law, or they might not even know the law. So you may be able to get them to side with you just because they love Mr. Lynch and they want it. I don't know. But other than that,
no jury. I really don't know people jury. I'm not even gonna do that. So if I found guilty, so I'm gonna have to sue every person that was a juror.
I don't know what you're gonna have to do. I don't know, Mr. Lynch. You're the one that's making these arguments up, and you're the one that has researched and done what you've done. You provided that stuff to me, so you're expected to know the law. You're expected to know the law. So whether you can sue jurors and whether you can sue whoever, that's going to be on you to know, and then or if you don't know, that's going to be on you to find out.
Okay, so I have to get back with the law department about the videos and the dash cam of the police officers.
That I can Mr. Bowman, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Honor, Mr. Bowman, for the people, P33764.
All right, now, Mr. Lynch, now I can potentially help you.
All right. For everyone who was asking, how does he have an attorney and how does this turn into an attorney battle at the beginning? I didn't want to spoil it for you, but now you know. He got a on the spot appointed attorney, not appointed, but just to talk to him. And now the prosecutor comes in. Yeah. This is when it turns from a soft sit video into two attorneys battling video. So let's go.
If the stuff exists, Mr. Lynch is asking for body cam and whatever discovery that body cam, audio, video, whatever discovery that the people have in relates to his matters.
Your Honor, I understand that. And discovery would be provided if he files a valid request pursuant to the court rule for discovery.
So you saying I haven't done that previously? I don't send it to the law.
Hold on, Mr. Lynch. Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the court rule just says upon request. He's made his request today. I don't think that there's anything in the court rule that requires anything other than him making a request. Mr. Lynch has made his request for discovery, and I believe it's supposed to be provided to him.
Court rule provides for a written request.
And
that has not happened.
All right, let's the discovery rule 6. We're going to know this discovery rule, and you got it
forward and backwards.
Yeah, you need to get this book. You need to get this book, Mr. Lynch.
All right. Just a little heads up to everyone who doesn't watch Judge Perkins every day. There has been an ongoing battle with Miss Harris and Mr. Barry against Prosecutor Mason and Prosecutor Bowman for a couple weeks now about discovery. They can't nail down what the actual court rule is for discovery, and the defense keeps coming in and saying, I didn't get the discovery. I didn't get it. It was requested. I didn't get it. And cases keep getting dismissed. So there is a big lack of understanding on how discovery works. And I've only seen that in this courtroom for this ongoing issue, but it's been going on for weeks. So that's where Harris immediately jumped up and Mr. Bowman's like, yeah, we're going to know this frontward. No, Perkins said we're going to know this frontwards and backwards. No, was that Bowman? I don't know. I'm confused now. All right, let's go.
It doesn't say in writing, though.
In addition to disclosure required by provisions of law other than MCL 767.94A, a party upon request must provide all other parties the names and addresses of all lay and expert witnesses whom the party may call at trial. In the alternative, a party may provide the name of the witnesses and make the witnesses available to the other party for interview. The witness list may be amended without leave of the court, but we need to start putting the witness list together too, because a witness list needs to be filed too.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Nowhere in there did it say in writing. It said upon request. It didn't say it had to be in writing.
That's what it said, Mr. Bowman, and I'm taking notice that he's requested discovery.
Well, so this request will be from what is today's date? September 9th. And yes. the court rule provides a certain allot of time.
Technically, Your Honor, unless the court says otherwise. So it could be a shorter period of time than 21 days. If we're going to use the rule, we got to use it both ways. It doesn't necessarily say it has to be 21 unless the court says otherwise. The court could tell you today.
No person has filed a document with the city of Detroit. It is my understanding that any documents that have been filed directly with the court. That's improper. That's number one. Number two,
Have to do with discovery.
the court rule, as I understand it, provides that we have 21 days.
Unless otherwise ordered by the court.
I'm not finished.
I know, but if you're gonna quote it,
I'm
you gotta
not
quote it right.
finished.
Wait, stop. Let him finish, Ms. Harris. Let him finish. I'm gonna give you opportunity.
Court rule provides for a specific number of days. If the party wish a shorter time, that could be granted if that is good cause to not have to abide by the court rules. Those things have not happened. They haven't sent it to the judge, and they haven't sent it to me, an attorney for the city of Detroit. And Ms. Harris, who is assigned as House counsel, hasn't filed an appearance. It says that she is representing this gentleman. As a matter of fact, I believe Ms. Harris got up on here to say that she really didn't want to have anything to do with this person.
Okay. Are you done? Are you done, Counselor?
Thank you.
Let me say. Can I say something? Huh?
Sure, but I do get a turn,
Can
right?
I say something?
Go ahead.
6.201, capital letter F, timing of discovery. Unless otherwise ordered by the court, the prosecuting attorney must comply with the requirements of this rule within 21 days of a request under this rule, and a defendant must comply with the requirements of this rule within 21 days of request under this rule. So I'm going to give the city the 21 days that they allot. I'm not going to order any time greater. I think that since we're going on a jury trial December 10th, 21 days is a lot of time. If he gets it in on the last day of the 21 days, is a lot of time for Mr. Lynch to prepare. So that's going to be the order. Get the discovery within 21 days. And there's a reciprocating discovery rule, Mr. Lynch. If you have anything, these motions that you filed, he did indicate, Mr. Bowman, that he did try and get those to the city attorney's office. He did say that earlier, but I don't know if he was successful or maybe it was one of your other colleagues or not, because I know Ms. Mason was in here the last time. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead. Hearing no response.
Miss Harris is going to come in one more time. All right, let's see. We're at one. I'm looking to see how long this video is real quick, because I might be playing it out at this point. Yeah, we're less than 2 minutes left. All right, Miss Harris is going to come in. She's got to get the last word in. Again, this last clip went from a sovereign citizen to an attorney battle, and I love it. I love every minute of it. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. I appreciate it, everybody. Big and thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the raiders that hung out with us tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for the gifted memberships. All right, this is all I got. This is a longer stream for me than normal. Almost an hour and 45 minutes. I generally only go for an hour. All right, I'm calling it a night. I got some great stuff from today, and I was, like I said, I was editing this video to make sure I had all the pieces together, and with all the pieces for each case, I didn't mix up into the order. I was terrified I was going to mix up the order. We'll be watching the end of the case in the middle, and the middle of the case at the end. That was a possibility. You should have saw all the pieces I was putting together. Anyways. No editing mistakes tonight, so I'm patting myself on the back. You guys have a great night. If you haven't done it already, please hit that like button. Now, let's go back to Miss Harris, because she's going to get the final word in, and then we're going to peace out. Until next time, bye.
Let's go ahead, Ms. Harris. Do you have anything else?
Nothing. I'm not going to be that person today. Nothing.
Ms. Harris does not have to file She's just here for the House counsel today, and no attorney. files any appearance
Well,
like
I
that.
will
So
say I technically did put my appearance on the record, so
you did.
I made the request on his behalf. And I didn't like, well, I do have to clear the record there, the mischaracterization of what is actually transpiring with Mr. Lynch's case. I did not say that I didn't want to represent Mr. Lynch. That was a conversation that he and I had privately where we discovered that there's potentially a conflict of interest and he has requested that a different attorney would represent him. So
Sparkle Poots, you did that on purpose. You waited specifically till the end, so you got an extra pause out of me, and I applaud you because it worked. Sparkle Poots, thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Whatever, we're all awesome. Blah blah blah. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. If you weren't, I'd call you out on it. I have a problem running my mouth when I shouldn't. So trust me, if you weren't awesome, I would be the first to let you know. Sparkle Poots, you are indeed awesome. Thank you so much.
So I just wanted to make sure that was clear for the record. I don't need anybody to speak for me and what happens with my clients. Thank you.
Mr. Lynch, you got a very good lawyer here. I'm talking about very good lawyer.
Conflict of interest. Trust me.
He's
Okay.
correct, Your Honor. He is correct.
All right. If it's a conflict of interest, I'm the one that makes the determination of conflict of interest. But I'll allow it to go. You know, we'll get you another lawyer. And this is now, I'm not going to keep appointing lawyers to you now.
I understand.
Right? So, you know, if you have a conflict with the next one, that's just going to be your problem. You go hire a lawyer after that. Can we get him another lawyer, please?
Oh, she's working on it.
Okay. Pass them out.